Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. What's up, brother? What's up? Yo, what's up? Hello. Hi, y'all. Hello. Let's pop out the chat here just to make it more fun. There we go. That's better. I don't know what that was that I just played, but that sounds good. I'm gonna record that. Wait, can I record as I stream? Oh hell yeah, I can. Because it was easier than putting it somewhere else. You asked me, that's the reason. I'm just being honest. Alright. What phone are we using right now, Chance? So, my SIM card is in my Galaxy Note 10, but the phone that I use to record the YouTube videos is my Galaxy Note 20. It doesn't have as much, the 10 has more space than the 20, so even though the 10's older, I like the form factor of it, and it has more space, so I basically use this as my actual phone, and I pretty much just use this as a camera, the Note 20. So then the space isn't as big of an issue because it's only in progress YouTube videos that are stored on it. But yes, you can't miss out on the Teletech Studio stream. Of course you can't. You can't. How? You can't miss out on a stream. It's impossible. Ooh. Now I caught in a string there. Craig, I know I missed many streams before. A ton has happened in my life lately, yet I'm glad I made it tonight. Craig, I love you for even showing up You're always a ray of sunshine, and I swear I'm not being sarcastic, but I don't know how else to say it. You are awesome, and I love having you in the audience. Everyone, send Craig some love. He needs it. I should say. Well, he needs it, and also he deserves it, so very important. My grandpa's vacuum became a chainsaw again. Yep, that tends to happen. TR, bro's making a song, Major W. I will actually hold on to that for later. See, I'm good at writing lyrics. Ish. I'm good at writing riffs, but matching the two up is so difficult for me. Like, that's a really cool thing that I just wrote, but trying to find lyrics that I've wrote or write lyrics to go with it is really difficult for me. Like, that's the problem I'm having right now, is trying to put something all together. That's my biggest issue. But it's okay, because I'll celebrate by drinking an obscenely large Code Red. So. Also, I realize I have the light turned. When I have this lamp turned on all the way, I feel like my face gets really washed out. Let me try putting it on 2 and see if that makes it better. Nope, that's off. That's 1. That's 2. How does 2? Okay, 2 looks good. Let's leave it at 2. Don't want it to be oversaturated. All right, this shirt is a little tight. You might have seen a little underneath my stomach, but that's okay. Poor Riley. Yeah, I mean, I meant to move the box out of his chair before I started streaming. That's my bad. I acknowledge that. I'm sorry. But to be fair, the question wasn't. It wasn't. He didn't say, "Oh, you shouldn't have put the stuff in my chair." He asked, "Why is that stuff in my chair?" The genuine answer is because it was easier than putting it anywhere else. That is the honest, genuine answer. Like, I know it's not what he wanted to hear, but that is the literal answer to the question he asked. So, that's fair, right? Andrew, ooh, I can't wait to get a man. Yeah, they're quite nice. They can be a little annoying, but they're nice. There was actually a guy who brought in at the place I work, and he brought in a bunch of. I told him, he asked, it was clearly some, not to be offensive, but it was obviously some houseless individual, and he had brought in a box, and he had a bike pump, a desktop computer that did not have a power supply with it, and a box full of pictures of a certain gender of people wearing minimal clothing. And I told him, it's like, I can't do anything with this. I can't. We don't buy home. I can't even say this with a straight face. It's like, we don't buy homemade porn. We don't buy that. And he was just like, and he was just like, what do you mean? He's like, you could use this, and I wanted to just be like, okay, first off, no. Second off, ew. Third off, I'm gay. That's what I wanted to say. But it's like, what do you even say to that? It's like, you can't even make that up. It's like, I swear some people just lack no common sense. It wasn't even just like, oh, hey, are you able to take this? I'm like, I am not buying Polaroid pictures. Our store doesn't buy Polaroid pictures of just random women, and it's like, there's no way that would even be legal, because it's like, I don't know how old these people are. It's like, I don't, like, what the shit, like, and he had the audacity to be like, what do you mean? And I'm like, dude clearly has issues. He clearly is struggling from some mental illness, and I'm not here to make fun of or judge him for that. But I mean, we're a resale shop. We sell video games and electronics. We're not interested in buying, like, it'd be one thing if they were DVDs or something, because I've had people come in and ask for X-rated DVDs. Don't ask me why. The internet exists. But I don't know. I just have no words. And I probably should have prefaced that with a warning, but I've always told people this: the streams are uncensored. Parents, don't let your kids watch the streams. I've said that a bunch of times. The videos are kid friendly. The streams are more PG-13. So I hope no parents got that message. And if there is a child watching this, I sincerely apologize. Please don't ask your parents what any of the things I just said are. Wait till you're older and you'll find out. So, anyways, but just Jesus Christ, that was the biggest thing that stuck out to me from today, and I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that. But but to be fair, there have been other versions of that story that are kind of funny. Like there was one time that I bought a DVD player off somebody, and I didn't really have time to test it, so I just took it in, and later on I went to go test it, saw there was a disc inside, opened it up, saw the disc, and was like, okay. And I just set it on the shelf back behind me, and then someone like a week later came and said, hey, do you guys have any like pornographic DVDs? And I just looked back behind me, and I was like, well, I've got like Backyard, I don't know what it was, Backyard MILFs 13 or whatever. And I was like, I've got this, and she's like, how much do you want for it? And I was like, I don't know, $10. Like, obviously way too much. And she's like, I'll take it. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck? I was like, what is wrong with people? She's like, oh yeah, my husband needs it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't want to know. Just please get out of my store. It's the funniest shit. I will never forget that for the rest of my life. That is just just amazing. But anyways, back on more lighthearted subjects. Who buys DVDs anymore? You get direct access. You get, wow, I almost said direct ass. It's a Freudian slip. Who buys DVDs anymore? You get direct access to all that on Google. Yeah, it's like, why? Oh, Riley's dying. But it's like, why? It's like, what is wrong with people? Here's the thing, because I love my job, even though like I don't fix vacuums, I just fix like game consoles and all that, and I sell like video games and stuff like that to people, and it's like, how, like, it's moments like that at least make the job interesting, and it's just like, what the shit? It's amazing. But yeah, so absolutely crazy. And for the record, Gamer is awesome. I'm not saying the pictures were illegal. I'm not saying they were illegal, but I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know. And it's like, I don't care. Like, I don't want these pictures. I'm not gonna give you money for these pictures. Like, you fucking creep. I'm not gonna give you money for these pictures of these random women. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my store before I call the cops. Like, what the shit? What is wrong with people? Andrew, I love pulling out the I'm gay card. The only reason I don't a lot is because, number one, I live in a pretty, not to get political, but a pretty conservative area, pretty rural area, and I don't exactly want word to spread. Unless I get the sense that the customer I'm talking to is also a little, because if so, yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gay. But even then, it doesn't really come up usually, just because I don't really talk about it, because you never see a straight person being like, oh yeah, I'm straight. No, that's cringe. It's like, no, just, if it's relevant to you, you'll find out. That's all there is to it. Everyone in this damn chat's gay. It's just crazy. Rick Hoover, streaming sucks. Can't find what I want to watch. In context, that's incredibly funny. Yeah, Hoover's headquarters in North Canton, Ohio. I just did a video. It hasn't uploaded yet because I just recorded it right before I hopped on here. But I recorded the video on the runabout that I just got, and of course, North Canton, Ohio, 1993. So Take a shot every time that happens. Well, I'm a lightweight, so even the couple times it's happened, I'd be pretty wasted. What the actual fuck? That was my exact response too. What the actual? That was the actual fuck. And it's like, what? I just can't with these people. I swear. And hey, and then also today, I literally had like a line of people, and I was trying to put up the signs saying that we're not buying anything, and I just didn't have time to get to it. Or this yesterday? I can't remember. And then like the last customer of the day, so two people brought in a. Your town is crazy. Oh, it is. It's wild. That's Illinois for you. That's the Midwest, or just the U.S. in general. But you do not want to see my Galaxy S3. I've got one over here somewhere. But I've got a Galaxy S3 at my store. Come in and buy it. I'll give it to you for $30. Even though it's tagged at 35, but whatever. So, anyways. So the what was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Shit, I can't remember. There was oh yeah, it was related to my store, where I say my store. I don't own it or anything. Can we go back to vacuums? Let me finish the story real quick. So this couple brings in a fishing pole and a air compressor. The air compressor is like some like rigid one. I can buy on eBay all day for between $80 and $100. And it's like I'm like, I'm not interested in buying these right now. We're only interested in buying video games at the moment. And they're like, well, can you help us out and make us a good offer? And I was like, I'm sorry, I just can't. They're like, oh, would you do? And then they're like, would you do? I think they said, would you do $80? And I was like, that's what we would sell this for. That wouldn't make any sense for us to offer that. And I was like, I can't. And they're like, would you do 70? It's like, I'm sorry, I can't make you an offer on these. And it's like, I'm clearly just saying like, hey, I can't make you an offer. I'm not trying to be mean, but I simply can't make you an offer. And they get all pissy. They're like, they're like, but you guys are a pawn shop. You guys buy everything. I'm like, no, we're not a pawn shop. We never owned a pawn shop. We don't do pawns or loans. We don't have the licensing for it. We are a buy, sell, trade video game store that also has electronics and some other items. Like there's, it's like what the shit. So they get really pissy, and the guy's like, he's like, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, and I cut him off. I was like, you really are. I was like, I mean, you're doing a good job at it. And because I was just losing my patience at this point, because we were just talking in circles. And they're like, I thought this, and that they literally walk away, and they're like, I thought this was America. And they're like cursing under their breath, like all the way to the door. And I'm like, what is that? Oh, this is America. That means it's America. That means I have the right to tell you, no, I don't want to buy your stuff. Like, that's how it is. Like, it was such a weird, like, I mean, I guess because he didn't have anything, because it's just as simple as I didn't want to buy it. That's all there is to it. So, people are just weird, and I don't get it, frankly. Today was definitely one of those more interesting days, we'll say that. But anyways, back to vacuums. So, wonder how many vacuums Bissell has made in the last 10 years. Oh, a fair bit. Kenneth says, can you do a review on the Bissell Power Force bagged 3525 and 3522? Yeah, I think I reviewed the 3522 like a number of years ago, but I never reviewed the 3525, so I very well may at some point. In fact, realistically, I will very soon. Just a matter of when, like, what other videos come before it. But yeah, so not bad. There's a few straight people in here. It's a pretty good mix. Everyone's now saying their sexual orientation. Guys, it's not that relevant. You don't have to say it. Andrew, but being gay is actually so fun, lol. Is it? Maybe you're having a more interesting life than I'm having, so no comments. No comment there. Let's see. Do you sell old game consoles? Yeah, for sure. I actually just refurbished and put out a bunch of Nintendos at my job. So if you're ever in Central Illinois, then send me a message and I'll let you know where I work. I'm not going to blast it publicly for obvious reasons because I'm paranoid that one person is going to watch this stream and try to come and kill me. That's probably not going to happen, but I'm paranoid. Is what it is. But yeah, so that's that. So apparently some new Dirt Devils got recalled. I couldn't work at that job. I simply cannot say no. Not in my day-to-day life, work, online, anywhere. Yeah. Some people are just strange. That's an understatement. Have you seen that really crappy Shark Detect Pro self-empty? Someone just showed me a picture of it like 10 minutes ago. And I looked at it for 2 seconds and I was like, that looks like shit. I go to pawn shops, there's an only Shark, yeah. Pawn shops are just overpriced thrift stores. I would say thrift stores are overpriced thrift stores at this point. Thrift stores are closer to pawn shops than pawn shops are at thrift stores at this point. Because I know everyone calls us a pawn shop, and it's like, we're not a pawn shop. I don't know why people keep calling. The reason, but there's a pawn shop right across, like right within the area, so I'm sure a lot of people keep confusing us with them. It's like, no, the pawn shop's across the street. We're not a pawn shop. Let's see. I really want a PS4. I can get you one. We've got a ton at my store. It might not be worth me buying it and then shipping it to you, but who knows. If you really want one, I could get you one. And Drew, I've got a lady wanting me to repair her Dyson stick. She says lost suction. Replace the filters, clean the hoses out, fully gone through it, and it's still lost all suction. Like, it doesn't work, or it has no suction? Because how the hell was it have no suction? Where would it go? Where would the suction go? On the topic of game consoles, so far I have every PlayStation apart from the 5 in my collection. I have every PlayStation except for the PS1. Although the PS1's the one you can skip out on because both the PS2 and PS3 play PS1 games. So there's not really a reason to have one. I would buy one if I found one for like $10, but other than that I probably wouldn't bother. Do you know which Dirt Devil models got recalled? Well, I mentioned there was one that I have that's like a decade old that got recalled, but I don't know. I'm not aware of any of the new ones getting recalled. She's done the Ryobi battery swap. Maybe the battery has gotten worn out over time. Does not even work. It's a Shark. What can you expect? Yeah. Man, I went to a gift shop last week and they had sticks they found on the ground and put a wax finish on them and then charged $18 for them. Are people actually buying those? I'd be shocked. Shark hasn't been good since they existed, so never. TR, I want a 360 white that has HDMI. You know that. I thought you wanted a black one. 360 white that has HDMI. Okay, so you're wanting like a fat 360 with HDMI. I can get you one of those. I just keep forgetting to look because I know we have them at the store. Let's see. My nose is getting kind of stuffy. I wonder if that's because I have earplugs in. Let me take out my earplugs. I had some earplugs in because I was running a Hoover. I was doing the video on my runabout, which again I just actually I might upload that while we're actually here. Although not like post it, but like for members. And so what I will do, or I should say, I pre-vacuumed with the Shark Stratos, and even with my earplugs in, the Shark Stratos is still so loud and so squealy and high-pitched that it's really annoying. Which sucks because it's actually not that bad to use. It's actually not as heavy to push and pull as the Apex. It's still not as good as the Vertex, but it's just that high-pitched shriek that it has. I wish I could get rid of that somehow. Carter, ever heard of a Silver King vacuum? I got one on Facebook Marketplace for 15 bucks with all the tools except the hose. Yeah, I mean, Silver King, I've heard of them before. Craig says, I got an itch to go thrift shopping. I hope to go thrift shopping sometime. I also hope to find a vacuum at one. Nice. What'd you do if TTI went out of business? You know that SpongeBob meme of Mr. Krabs playing the world's smallest violin? That'd be me. Man, if TTI went out of business, that would change a lot, because not only is that Hoover, well, if we assume that they don't sell off the brands if they actually die, which I'm sure they would, but Andrew, my dirty mind right now. Oh, come on. Really? The 18 bucks for a candle without a wick? Without a wig is great. You mean wick? Matt Broom, I hate the Stratos. Rick Hoover, so you got the much older one then. Wait, who did? I'm still mad at Microsoft for putting XP 7 and Vista out of support. I mean, that's going to happen. 10's going to be out of support next year. I swear I just got a hair in my eye. Andrew, quit being dirty. Not allowed. This is a family show. If TTI goes out of business, I'm going to have a party to celebrate it. Wow. Yeah, pretty close. And Andrew with the laughing faces. Craig, if TTI went out of business, it definitely would change the vacuum industry and the lawn and tooling. Yeah, because Milwaukee. I mean, that's the biggest thing is Milwaukee. Milwaukee is probably going to affect the world the hardest. Opinion on the presidential debate. Oh, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. Not to get into my political stances, but I was fully intending, again, no, hey, if you vote for the candidate that you like, vote for the candidate that supports the policies that you support the most. I think that's a logical thing to say. Based on that, I plan on voting for a certain old man who at one point was president. That doesn't narrow it down very much, but that's what they both are. But God, Biden did terribly. He did so bad. Now, granted, I remember I was messaging a friend of mine, and you just said that the streams were not for families. I know, but still, I want to temper it a little bit. But you know, I know that, you know, we have to remember historically first debates tend to always be bad for incumbents. But holy shit, Biden fell apart. Just his whole time is just like oh my god. Whoever his handle, you know, if you buy into Biden being on uppers, which I think they're both on uppers, I think they're both doing drugs. They're both so old at this point that they need, like, basically coke to keep themselves, like, up and alert. Man. I think Hunter getting in trouble, and them scrubbing all the coke from the White House, I think that really did him in, because he really needed that coke, man. And, just we we defeated Medicare. And it's like, oh my god, no, 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 no. What are you doing, dude? I'm like, Biden, really? You're gonna lose to you're gonna lose to a convicted felon that took over half of the country's rights away, and you're gonna lose to this guy? Holy shit! Oh my god! I remember like talking to a friend of mine, and I remember watching the debate and just walking through the house, and Riley's just watching the debate too, and I'm just like, we're fucked, we're fucked, we're fucked, we're fucked, we're fucked, we're fucked, we're so fucked, we are so fucked. And I was just, oh my god, like I'm just, come on, bro, why, why, why? Many people said they're voting for Trump. Yeah, that's the fucked up thing. Trump didn't even do that well. All Trump had to do to outright win the debate was don't talk about January 6th. Don't brag about overturning Roe v. Wade. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. He just had to not do those two things. Those are the two things that are killing him in this election. And he still couldn't shut up about those. But that's the thing, is Trump didn't do good. Trump did terribly. But Biden dropped off so hard that he just lost by default. And it's like, oh my god. Because, like, do we not remember Biden at the State of the Union? Like, when Biden was doing the State of the Union address, he was on top of it. He stuttered a little bit because he still has a stutter. He still is obviously struggling a little bit because he is pretty old. But just, he was like, during the State of the Union, he was on top of it. He was loud, he was fiery, he was amped up. And it's like, oh my god. And the fact that he was preparing a week for this debate, bro, what were you doing? What the fuck were you doing? You should have spanked him. You should have crushed him. It shouldn't have even been close. And he lost the damn debate. Oh my god. And it's just, I don't know. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I hear so many people saying that we're going to talk about politics for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I promise we're going to get back to vacuums. But yeah, see, Will, that's the exact thing I was saying. There's literally a video of him right after the debate, and he sounds fine. Like, he's at a rally in, like, North Carolina or some shit, and he's just like, we did good, we're doing good, ah! And it's like, where were you? Where the fuck were you during last night? Come on, man. Or, come on, man. Like, it was a bunch of malarkey. Like, ah! Like, Biden should be beating Trump by like 19 points. What is happening? If any competent Democrat was running right now, if Gretchen Whitmer was the candidate against Joe Biden, if Andy Beshear, if Jared Polis, fuck, even Gavin Newsom, maybe not as much, but even Gavin Newsom, they'd be destroying Trump right now. We're gonna hand this motherfucker the keys to the White House all over again. Now, the good news is, no, don't worry. And I'm saying to the person named no. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Look, all I'm gonna say is, to put it on a positive note, if you want to be technical, both of these guys have been president before, and we did survive. So, regardless of who wins, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. The world might get shittier, but we'll be okay. We dealt with 4 years of Trump. We dealt with 4 years of Biden. Whoever gets another 4, we'll be okay. It's not that big of a deal. What really matters is your local elections. If you really want to make a difference, participate in your local elections. Participate in your mayoral elections, your gubernatorial elections, all your local house races and candidates, just everyone in your city. Keep track of that. That affects your life more directly. National stuff takes a long time to make an effect. So, don't worry. But still, vote your conscience. Vote. Doesn't matter. This election is a joke. Vote anyway, if you're old enough, of course. Vote for whoever aligns with your values. And that's it. There. We ended on a nice positive note. We're going to be okay. President Harris. President Harris, yeah. No more politics, please. That's what I'm saying. I was capping it off. I was wrapping it up in a nice little fun message. Now we can move on. Okay. Everyone loves Michelle Obama. Gretchen Whitmer. That's all I'm gonna say. Governor of Michigan. Okay. Anyways, that's enough. That's enough. Also, if we're gonna why doesn't Arnold Schwarzenegger come back? If we want a Republican that I'll vote for, let's bring back Arnold. I'll vote for Arnold. President, we have the governator. Let's get the president-nator. No, president-nator. Not actually, Nader should have been president. Anyways, not the point. Let's come back. So, make me dictator of the world. Yeah. Anybody else here own a Mila as well? I do as well. I have the Mila U1. I have the blue twist model. Yeah. I saw that Eureka Smart Fact. Why does it have such a bad motor? The motor's actually not that bad. In real life, it just sounds a little off balance. I think if I clean out the fan, it should be okay. Worst case scenario, it might need some work. DK Fuel, he wasn't born here. I know Schwarzenegger can't run. I don't like saying that name. But I know he can't run. I'm just saying, if he was somehow able to, I'd at least listen to him and consider it. To be fair, I do that every time there's a new candidate, but I think it's more likely, but who knows. Andrew, I'm coming to spend a month at Chance's house. You don't even know where my house is. At least I think it's called S501. Yeah. I got the Mila S501. TR says, I have the S7 and the orange S8 cat and dog. William, I have a U1 also, and I adore it. I've had this few C3 canisters, and they're also very nice. Yeah. I've never had a Mila canister yet. But either way. I hate Discord, too many notifications. Yeah. I have to mute a lot of servers because they just ping me for no reason. There's only a couple servers I still get notifications for, actually regularly. I mute every Discord server I'm in. That's a mood, honestly. I don't mute all of them. I mute most of them. I'm the only ones I leave unmuted are the vacuum ones. I missed out on getting a Mila S5 Callisto. My Pro E2X Revolution Pet Pro's lasting. No problems. Don't jinx it! William, the one thing I'll give Miele canisters over Seabo's, they have more power. Probably the most powerful canisters I've tested the suction on. I would get another Miele canister vacuum cleaner when my Miele Topaz canister goes out. Yeah. As someone who's gone back to their tornado weather phase, it's interesting that there's a vacuum company called Tornado. Pretty sure those are just Taconi machines, but I could be wrong. Solid machines indeed. Taconi bought Tornado. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Taconi has like 8 companies they sell machines under. Yeah, something like that. I'm in a vacuum Discord server named Unofficial R/Vacuums. Never heard of that one. I'm in 2 of them that are both have the exact same name. They're both called Vacuum Collectors Alliance. But they're both run by different people. Because they used to be the same server and they split. And I'm in both, but I'm only really active in one. And even that I don't really like. I'd rather just be in a different one that just everyone can be in and not... Because I hate having to post the same thing in like 4 different servers just to get a hold of like the 8 people that I know. It's kind of annoying. It is what it is. What do you think of the newer Dirt Devils and Bissels? They're not bad. This is truly the Sino-Soviet split of vacuum servers. It really was. I was there when it happened. It was pretty ugly. It was a whole mess. It was like 5 years ago at this point. It wasn't 5. It was like 4 years ago, I want to say. I love how we all just casually dish Shark at every live. But well, yeah, because they suck. Look at this piece of garbage. Look at this. This is the best one, and this thing's garbage. Look at this. It's terrible. Oh, it's clean. Look how clean it is. I cleaned it. You can tell the wheels were too far gone. I need to replace those, but I kind of don't care. And of course, this one has the broken bin latch, and I broke one of the tabs on the hose, which is annoying because I was hoping to sell this, but who the hell's gonna buy it with a busted bin latch? It even creaks as he picks it up. Yeah, it really does. Oh, it's not that bad though. I've seen worse. But yeah, it's really annoying. Does someone want this piece of shit? Like, can someone buy this? It's well, that's the thing, because I thought I wanted it, and I still want one of these, but this one. Well, here's the thing. I really should just keep this, honestly, because it runs okay. I very easily could just replace the bottom wheels and then try to find a new dirt cup for this. But it's just, do I care? Do I care? I always wanted one of these multi-cyclonic Sharks, but like, do I care? This button doesn't want to push for some reason. It like gets stuck. This button gets stuck. But yeah, so there's the canister, wash the filters and everything. I haven't replaced any parts on this yet, to be fair. But yeah, so if I pop this down, well, if it even opens, You can see if I do that. Well, it kind of stays. It actually does kind of stay. Nope, it doesn't. Because that one little tab is snapped on one side. It still works though. It's just really annoying. So now it's kind of going back on. Also really heavy for a shark. But it did have the crevice tool with it, and I've got a dusting brush that fits it, so it's complete. Getting that NOSDC 14 drive, I can't afford it. I'm not spending $600 on a Dyson. Ugh. Didn't Phantom begin their downfall when they were acquired by Europro? No, that was after their downfall. Sharks are disposable. Yeah, pretty much. Rather go to Hoover or Bissell despite their own flaws. I keep saying Bissell. Like, the big green commercial, BGU 1451T, $132. You can buy every part for it. You can buy a year's worth. You can buy 2 years worth of bags for $20, and 5 years worth of belts for $10. And you can run that thing for a decade without any issues. Like, I don't understand why people don't buy more of those. Guys, if you need a vacuum, now you guys don't obviously, but I tell everyone, if you need a vacuum, buy this one. I keep telling everyone this. Nothing has ever changed. Ever since this thing, that's not a vacuum, that's a is that a VHS tape? Okay. It's a big green vacuum. Buy this. $131.97. $131. This is all you should buy. Buy this vacuum. Buy this. If you need a vacuum, buy this vacuum. That's what you do. You just buy it. You just buy it. Like, that's all there is to it. You buy it and you fucking use it, and it just works. Let's see. Don't you get me started on sharks in commercial environments, yeah. Dyson money for a shark. Dyson's got problems with Dyson. I just used my Animal 3. Like, for the first time in a while, like almost 2 years, I used my Animal 3. It's such a good vacuum. Like, it really is. Especially with the easy push head on it. Like, it glides across my carpet. It's nice and quiet. I mean, compared to the Stratos, it's friggin' whisper quiet. And it's a good machine. It really is. Yeah, Bissell's bagel setup is way better than they used to be. And that's the thing. I was using the 6585, the PowerForce Bagless Turbo. I used it for a month. Never had any issues. Yeah, sure. Does it have the best filtration in the world? Not necessarily. But I just used that runabout and I immediately started sneezing. That bagged direct air machine. Whereas that Bissell, I was using it for a month and everything's fine. Didn't have any issues. You know why? Because the fucking thing's clean. I put new filters in it. This Bissell, this commercial Bissell. You want to know what this blows on a particle counter? This Bissell blows a 0 on a particle counter. And that's without a HEPA filter and without a HEPA bag. Doesn't even come with a HEPA filter by default, and it blows a 0 on a particle counter. And you can, and obviously I recommend upgrading it to a HEPA filter as well, because why not? You spent $600 on 2 Phantoms? Jesus. Whoever said Phantom began their downfall because James Dyson didn't renew them, that might be correct. That is actually the reason. What's your dog's name again? Her name's Ruby. How many vacuums does everyone have? I have 2 friggin' many, I'll tell you that much. Seemed like the Shark professionals in our family seem to last, even though the Shark Navigator professional lab, however, has a push button on off instead of a switch. Then spend $280 on an Animal 3 from Costco. I always forget they have it for really cheap. Dyson, very briefly, they had one Animal 3 on their eBay store that was open box, but still brand new, for $229. Obviously, someone snapped that up immediately, and that's a great price for one of those. I'm very much of the opinion that you should never pay full price for a Dyson. But you don't need to. They run sales constantly. They know their shit's overpriced. They do sales a lot of the time. And they're still making good money on it. You know, I paid what? I paid like $280 for my V8 Absolute, which retails for like double that. And then my Animal 3, I got the Animal 3 Extra for the price of the base model Animal 3, which would have been $400. And I had owner rewards, so I got 20% off. And I got $100 worth of attachments for free with it. So I basically got an Animal 3 complete in terms of like how many accessories I got, but in the better color scheme of the Extra for essentially $200 cheaper. Like $200-300 cheaper. It ended up being like $380 after tax for that Animal 3. Like, you can't beat that. And this was back in 2022 when it first came out. But the TV told me Shark is better, Chance. The TV don't lie. TV do lie. I have 4. I hope to add an older Hoover Eureka vacuum cleaner someday to my collection. It used the old model, so that's bonus points for childhood nostalgia. Yeah. I have the model that Bissell Big Green you have is derived from, and I've been wanting to upgrade the hose one day. They're on the commercial version. The hose isn't bad. Although, I'll be honest, if you have the existing hose, is it worth the effort? I don't think so, because you don't get that much more reach, but you do get more, so it might be worth it. But instead of doing that, I'd recommend, honestly, just buy one of these. I mean, for $132, just buy it, and then daily drive this most of the time, and then just bust out the old 3522 on the rare occasion that you want a headlight. Because this one will have a better hose, better filtration, better quality. The plastic's much better quality, less likely to break. It filters better because the motor seals are a lot thicker and a lot more robust. Again, they didn't just take the consumer version and slap a commercial name on it. They put a better core on it, they made it out of better plastic, and overall the machine is built much better. That's why it's a little bit heavier. And you've also got the 10 amp motor, which is the best motor they made, because the bagless version of this has the 8 amp motor for some ungodly reason. But the bagged ones, to my knowledge, are still 10 amps. That's what it says on here, at least. And that's for both this and the Sanitaire version. They do make a bagless based off the first gen Power Force Helix, the 12B1, but don't bother. Just get the bagged one. William, I'd never buy a new Dyson directly from them. I ain't supporting their Malaysian child labor. So, I've actually tried to look into that story to see. Now, I have no doubt that they're doing that, but was there a story that actually like proved that, or was that just? Now, Dyson's a shit company. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying, like, was that actually proven, or is that just hearsay? Because if that's proven, then yeah, definitely. Like, I already told people, for the most part, to try not to buy Dyson if you can, because they are a shit company. But that's why if you're gonna buy, like I'm saying, if you're gonna buy something made with child labor, at least you should at least be paying child labor prices, right? I just realized that sounds terrible, and that could probably get clipped out of context. But you know what I'm saying? Like they shouldn't pretend like they're doing what they're not. Like, if you're gonna be immoral, then don't gaslight me about it. Like, just be honest. Be like, yeah, we use kids. Like, they should be forced to be honest, is what I'm saying, and let the consumers decide if they're okay with that or not. It shouldn't be under wraps. Yeah, because what I heard is that there was. I never heard anything about. I never heard anything about child labor. I did hear about bad working conditions, but I heard about that from apparently a company that Dyson was working with, and that Dyson stopped working with that company once they found out. Now the question is have they been caught working for that company again? Because if they have, then do not pass go, do not pass $200, fuck you, go away. Because, I mean, I don't take that lightly. How do so many people lose their attachments for donating a vacuum? I don't know. Did you get any of those power track parts? No, because the one I really wanted was the hose, and it was out of stock. Speaking of Dysons, I found a Dyson Ball Multifloor 2 from the curb, and it needs a new brush spindle belt drive gear because it was melted. Yeah, that'll do it. New cleaner head. Do you think the old 2000s Euro Pro Sharks are a bit better than the now modern Shark Ninja Sharks? I'd say so. The ones that are made by Sanyo are a lot better. Chance libertarian moment, yes. I am a libertarian socialist. Well, I don't like that term. I don't like the term libertarian socialist because it implies that I am a socialist, which I'm not. Social libertarian, maybe? I don't know. I hate these stupid political names because then people try to just shove you into boxes. I like capitalism, but I think there should be some tempers on it, honestly. There's some things that we shouldn't have to worry about capitalism exploiting, but most of it's pretty good. Just, a little bit of guardrails, so to speak. And also the government sucks and they should do their job better. Wait, Sanyo makes sharks? No. Sanyo used to make Phantom under... Sanyo used to produce sharks because Europro was shark. Sanyo used to produce machines for Europro with the Phantom branding after Europro bought the Phantom name. It sounds confusing, but it's just some private label bullshit they used to do. They're better than Shark, but that's a low bar. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Dyson's on the same level as Apple and Tesla. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's the thing, is it's like, if you want to support a company that doesn't use, like, exploited labor in some capacity, then what companies are there left to buy from? If we're being honest. That's the thing. Like, it's almost so exhausting trying to keep up with this because it's like, ugh. I just wish people would take it more seriously. It used to be the case that we would buy products that were made here in the United States. But people aren't interested in that anymore. They just want cheap crap. People just want cheap crap and they don't, from Temu, and they don't care about anything else. And then they'll complain about why there's no jobs in America. And it's like, well, maybe because you weren't buying any of the American-made shit when it was actually here, and you were buying the cheap knockoff bullshit anyways, so maybe this is your fault. Eureka is a good vacuum brand. Eureka was a good vacuum brand. When Eurekas were made here in Illinois, they were good. They are not now. They are made by Cleva, which makes every other stupid appliance at this point. Ninja blenders are shit. Yeah. If I was gonna actually give a shit about a blender, I want a blend tech blender. Will it blend? That is the question. That really tingled my lips. I don't even know what brand my blender is. Today on Blend Tech, we're going to be blending, we're going to test to see how well a smartphone blends. So we're going to be blending the new Galaxy Note 7. Alright, let's do... I know I love iPhone, but why would I spend 1K on a phone just for like 50K little cameras? Yeah. Has anyone bought a Kenmore? I'm interested in checking them out for my collection one day. I mean, I bought plenty of old Kenmores. I haven't bought one of the new ones yet, though. Not yet, at least. I will at some point, realistically. Vacuum cleaners. Oster blenders, yeah. I thought Medea made Eureka. They do now, yeah. What vacuum cleaner company had the biggest downfall ever? That's tough. The biggest ever? That's kind of a tall order. I mean, my gut instinct kind of says Eureka because Hoover is still kind of there. Dirt Devil, yeah, you could argue is kind of irrelevant, but they're still part of TTI. And then Auric, they never really were that big to begin with. Kirby's were always kind of niche, as much as people don't like to admit it. So, I mean, Eureka's probably the best answer, honestly, out of all the Tier 1 brands. Yeah, Rick Hoover said Regina and Eureka. I don't know if Regina was around long enough to really be considered, like, a big downfall. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Corbin might be selling some of his Phantoms. I don't know if you want them. I mean, I'd take them. But I don't really want to deal with him anymore. I don't really care enough, honestly. I don't think he really has... Does he even have anything I don't have? I think he's got... Doesn't he have an SE Plus? I thought he just bought one. So I don't think he'd sell that one anyways. That dude literally had a 9 amp. He had a 9 amp. And he gave it up. It's like... How? I don't know. Corbin's a scam. Yeah, Corbin. I'm really worried about him anyways at this point. He can do whatever he wants, and he'll face the consequences of it someday, I'm sure. I mean, everyone knows. Everyone knows at this point. Same with Bray. Everyone knows at this point. You know, there's not really much to say about that. But it is what it is. But yeah. Oh, someone asked me if I was going live tonight, like right before I went live. Who the hell is Henry? Someone named Henry tried to message me. But for some reason it didn't auto do it. I don't know. Oh my god, one of my best friends got an automaton. That's awesome. His last name Kramer? I don't know, it doesn't say. It just says the first name. Oh yeah, it is Kramer. Are you going live tonight? I'll take the answer offline. Yeah. John Kramer? No, it said... Wait. Henry Kramer. Isn't that an Office character? Or is that Kevin Kramer? I can't remember. John Kramer? No. It said Henry. But I don't remember it being that name before. It was a different name. Hi, I'm a vacuum collector too, and I'm just a kid. I'm 10. From the Saw movies. What vacuums do you have? A lot of vacuums. The guy's an asshole. Yeah. I love how you know, it's always funny because any person that's like that gung-ho about vacuums to the point where they're willing to like screw over other collectors just to get them, like, it doesn't even last anyways. Like, so it's not even worth it. Oh, Bray's selling his collection too? Wait, so are both Bray and Corbin selling their collections? Wow. Surprised they both haven't been exiled out of the community by this point, but I feel like the community just doesn't give a shit about scammers at this point. But there's not really a conceited effort to call out scammers. It's just people are just like, oh, whatever. Corbin isn't selling his collection, he's selling a few. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't even care at this point. One of my friends just texted me and was like, oh yeah, he's back in one of the collector groups, and I'm pissed about that. And I told him, I was like, I don't even have the energy to care at this point. I just don't. I'm moved on from it. I don't care. What other collectors do does not concern me at all. I don't give a shit. The bad reviews on this commercial Bissell are just dumb. Like, even like literally all the why are all the bad reviews just like useless? Oh, the suction isn't good. What does that even mean? Cheaply made. This thing's a piece of crap. Completely constructed of very lightweight, cheap plastic. What? Very disappointed, don't do it. Like, what? You didn't even use the vacuum? And then one person's like, oh, this cord clip doesn't show up anywhere. This person's saying that this Bissell, that the handle cracked from normal use, and then they recommend a shark. Like, what? And they compared the shark to a Makita tool, and then compared the Bissell to a Harbor Freight tool. What? Wow. God, consumers are so stupid. Like, just wild. Okay, what did I miss? It's because he got an SE and an SE Plus, yeah. As always I say, I stay in my own lane. Yeah, that's true. I get my vacuums off eBay and Amazon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was vacuuming my driveway with the trash fine dirt devil, yeah. The community just doesn't care if someone in the community is problematic. All it takes is I'm sorry and everyone just forgives them until the next cycle continues. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, it's really true. All new vacuums are made of cheap materials, as with everything else in today's world. Especially if someone presents an unwillingness to change, yeah. One of the few groups of people who annoys me the most in the vacuum communities are those who tell people to get used vacuums over new. I just don't like that because of the risks involved. Hey, that's fair. Shark is the definition of a Harbor Freight tool, yeah. The consumers are just human error, yeah. Corbin wants to talk to you and explain how he's changed. He wanted me to add you and him to a group. I don't know if you want that. I'm not really interested. I'm open to it, like, just in general. Like, I'm not... If someone is nice to me... If someone is respectful to me now, you know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to not talk to them, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to talk to them either. I just don't care. Sharks are just single cyclone, right? Yeah, this one is the only exception. Every other shark is not cyclonic. Or single cyclone, which just means not cyclonic. He had so many chances and wasted all of them. So respectfully, no. Disrespectfully, fuck no. How about that? I mean, to be fair, look, if he wants to apologize, and like I said, TR, this is not directed at you, it's directed at him. If he wants to apologize, then, you know, he's had many... I don't even have him blocked on YouTube. He very easily could talk to me, I'm pretty sure. Because I don't think I have him blocked on YouTube at all. But I could be wrong. I only have him blocked on Facebook and Discord. But I haven't heard from him at all. And, like, it's been, what, a year at this point? I don't even know how long it's been. If it took you a year to figure out what you did, and just to give, like, a tepid, like, apology, and that's even if I get that, then, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, there's no hope for you at that point. And I told him during the conversation that we had, you know, whenever he was cursing me down, I told him, it's like, look, at some point you're going to change, and you're going to regret the way that you're talking to people now, and you're going to realize that it was stupid, and that it was immature, and that you were in the wrong, and that's all there is to it. You know, I'm not going to keep wasting my time. So that alone should have given him the epiphany. He should have read that, processed it, and then been like, oh shit, yeah, he's right. I was wrong. I've cooled down now. Everything's fine. But if it takes you a year, just go away. Don't waste my time. I've never once been disrespectful to him under any circumstances. So after all of that, after all the ways that he's acted in the past, how immature, how disrespectful, how just whatever words you want to use for someone that's shouting obscenities and profanity at someone for no reason, there just isn't an excuse for that. There isn't. You're a grown man, or even if he's not, he's close enough. He should know the difference. I am under no obligation to accept his apology. That's all there is to it. If someone has been that disingenuous and that disrespectful towards somebody, you are not owed an exception of that apology. You're just not, you know. And he should understand that. I just try not to take sides in all this drama. It always causes problems when I take sides, so I won't. That's one of the biggest things that I always notice, is that I will see, and I'm not knocking you, I'm just saying in general, where I've seen it where people will say they don't want to take sides when there's obviously one person that's in the wrong and one person who isn't, but they'll be like, I don't want to take sides. Congratulations, that means the person that now did the shitty thing now wins because it's a draw in everyone's eyes. So you can just be a dick to somebody and be an asshole, and then they'll just be like, hey, you shouldn't do that. And then someone's like, oh, I don't want to pick sides because they're both wrong. Again, I'm not saying you said that. I'm just saying that there are situations where, you know, if everyone sits on the sidelines, then it's like, okay, we're not going to get anywhere. And I think that's what's happening, because apparently, if he's allowed back in these groups or whatever, after all of that, then at this point, there's no hope at this point. So. Huh. 17-year-old power force with dirty filters, bringing the particle counter down to almost 0. Look at that. Is that a clean view? What is that? Is that a clean view 2? Is that a fucking clean view 2? That looks like a clean view 2. Blowing a 1. Can you even see that? That is a 1 on the particle counter. A 1. That's almost 0. Wow. That's amazing. I thought that this big green was special in blowing a 0 just because it was a bagged machine with better seals. But you're telling me a clean view 2 was blowing a 0? Wow. Time to get another one. A 1 from a clean view 2? That's BS. You don't think that's right? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, this Nathan's post on Facebook. I'll have him send me a video of it, if you don't believe it. Because I don't think he'd lie about that. I don't think he has a reason to. Excuse me, missiles are better than that. Better than a 1 is... But you realize it's a particle counter test, right? A 1 means there's one particle that it detected, meaning a 0 means there's no particulates. Pocket lint. How did I just miss that post? I just saw it. Wow, that's crazy. On Facebook, tragic. Yeah, yeah, with Colin. Yeah, that really sucks. Man, cancer sucks. I don't like it. I have the very controversial opinion that cancer sucks. And you all should agree with me. But in all seriousness, it's like I never knew Colin. I never met him. Never watched any of his videos. Honestly, I hadn't even heard of him until the passing. But it's just tragic, man. like to see like one of our own like pass away, and from what I can tell was pretty quickly. It's just devastating. It really is. Kind of scares me too, cause like holy shit, what if that happens to like anyone else? Like if it can happen that quickly and that suddenly to somebody. It's my aunt actually just passed away in a similar, not similar, it wasn't cancer, but it was she was fine one night, and then the next day had a stomach ache, went in, had surgery, didn't work, tried to get surgery the next day, and she left. This was 2 or 3 days ago that she died. I still haven't really processed it all that much, but it was just really sudden. Like, there was not really any real warning. Like, I got the call that she was in the hospital, and then I got the call the next day that she was gone. It's like, holy shit. Like, it terrifies me, because, like, holy shit, what if that happens to anybody? What if that happens to me? What if that happens to anyone else? I mean, obviously it can happen to one of my family members. It just did. Happened to one of the aunts that I was the closest to. And yeah. It's crazy. It's kind of terrifying, yeah. Who the hell's... Why are we talking about smoking? What? Kids are horrible these days. My question is, how are people getting it so much? I don't know. I believe it's in the food. It could be. They're killing us slowly. Yeah, could be. Am I subscribed to Colin? I thought I wasn't, but... What is his channel name? Just Colin Patrick, or is it something else? Is it this guy? Last video 2 months ago? Yeah, I've never heard of this guy before. Well, before all this, but... Wow. He just looks like the sweetest dude. What the hell?
I'm having a great day. Crazy. I bought another vacuum that I...
Oh god, he is aggressively gay.
Don't need. We're gonna talk about it today.
I'm having a great day!
Why are you
Crazy!
Sorry, I shouldn't be watching this. I'm gonna start fucking crying. Wow. He's really gone. Wow, that's crazy. Eureka Excalibur. Powerful enough to snatch my wig. Oh my god.
Conchita. Hi. Hello.
I noticed there's no comments. There's no comments about it, probably because... So who owns this channel now? Is it like... do his parents run the channel now, or is it just dead? Is it just dormant now? I shouldn't have looked up his channel. It's just making me sad. Anyways. I mean, I would say go subscribe to Colin's channel because this is really funny, but I'm not gonna be seeing any more for sure. Alright. Yeah, and so young too, I mean. Yeah, the channel's likely dormant. I mean, there's not... YouTube doesn't really usually delist channels for quite a while. Especially if there's actual, like, content on it. So that channel very well could be up for a decade before it gets delisted. It's wild. I mean, should I tell you guys to go subscribe to Colin's channel, or would that be in poor taste? He's not around anymore. I actually don't know what the etiquette is. I never had like a I don't know. Like, is it proper etiquette to recommend a channel when you know the person's gone, or is it? I don't even know. I don't have the answer to that, honestly. Watch his stuff as a tribute. Yeah, I think that's right. So, everyone, go subscribe to his channel. Show him some... I almost said show him some love. Well, still show him some love, even if he's not here to see it. God, it's just tragic. I need to turn this off. It's just wild. I don't know. What kind of cancer? I actually don't know the answer to that. I saw the post about in the vacuum group about it, and I just kind of skimmed it, and I just kind of, because I literally saw that right after I got the news that my aunt had died. So it was kind of one of those things where I just, like, shut my phone off at that point. Because I didn't want to think about another person passing away, you know? God, June's been really bad for that. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's too much, honestly. Who knows? I'd like to honor his memory. Yeah. Cancer Aid Fund. That's an understatement. Okay, let's move on, please. I agree. Let's move on. Let's... I forgot to play that song. fucked that up really badly, because I could not remember that one bit. That was terrible. But that's okay. Anyways, how's Riley been? He's been good. Play Paranoid Android. I don't know that song. I am unfamiliar with that song. Play Spanish Flea. I don't know that song either. I only know a couple songs, and I don't even know those. I'm just kind of bullshitting it. I already forgot the thing that I played earlier. Thank God I was recording it. Thank goodness I recorded that. I already forgot what the hell I played earlier. Well, if you guys are doing the trombone, I'll be over here wasted. Wait, wasted? Or wasted? Because you typed wasted when you meant to type wasted. At least I think. Unless you're saying, I am wasted, in the sense that you're standing there with your hands on your hips. Just like, I am wasted. I don't know. I don't like that high E string. I don't like it. Didn't I have this? Every time I stare into the sun, trying to find a reason to go on. All I ever get is burned and blind until the sky blinks a pouring rain. When you came along, the time was right. Pulled me like an apple, red and ripe. Wasn't very long, you took a bite and did me wrong. It serves me right. And I nearly forgot my broken heart. It's taken me miles away from the memory of how it broke apart. Here we go round again. Every little key unlocks the door. Every little secret has a light. Try to take a picture of the sun. It won't help you to see the light. Every little word upon your lips makes a little cut where blood pours out. Every little drop of blood a kiss that I won't miss, not for anything. And I nearly forgot my broken heart. It's taken me miles away from the memory of how it broke apart. Here we go round again. Every little feeling, and you know it's leading to a heart and broken little pieces. You know I need this like a heart in my head. Every single feeling tells me this is leading to a heart and broken little pieces. And you know I need this like a heart. And I nearly forgot my broken heart. It's taken me miles away from the memory of how it broke apart. Here we go round again. And I nearly forgot my broken heart. It's taken me miles away from the memory of how it broke apart. Here we go round again. I'm probably gonna stop the stream in about 2 minutes, by the way, because I want to stop this right at midnight. So today a random kid came up to me and he wouldn't go away. He kept saying random stuff, so I told him he'd better go home. He said, no, my daddy is mad and my mommy is crying. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do in that situation either, to be honest. Police? Yeah. I mean, that seems a little extreme, but I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I was seeking police too. I don't know how to play that song. How does that song go? My door not locked? My damn door was unlocked this whole time. That wasn't good. Just tell it. Actually, how does that song go? Just a castaway, an island lost at sea. Another lonely day with no one here but me. More loneliness than any man could bear. Rescue me before I fall into despair. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mad. I hope that someone gets mad. I hope that someone gets my message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. A year has passed since I wrote my note. I should have known this right from the start. Only hope can keep me together. Love can end your life, but love can break your heart. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets my. I hope that someone gets my. I hope that someone gets my message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. I'm not gonna play the whole song. Sending out an SOS. 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 There's no way this song is like less popular than Roxanne. It's so stupid. This is a so much better song than Roxanne. I'm not saying Roxanne's a bad song, but Message in a Bottle's. When I think of the Police, I think of Message in a Bottle. This is their best song. Hello, welcome to the stream. Although, unfortunately, it's not going to be around much longer because I'm going to end it in very, very quickly. Andrew, he wasn't malnourished. He had nice clothes, a nice bike, and looked healthy. But none of that matters if your home life is toxic. That's true, unfortunately. It's just kind of how it is. And again, is there really such a thing as good as like abuse? Like, you know, like I've never met a person in my life that had like a good childhood. I'm not even kidding. Like, I've never met anyone in real life, like, just normally meeting people, not like family members where, you know, like they, you know, like you've seen like how they grew up, but like in the, like, out in the wild, I've never seen like a nuclear family ever, or even a blended family. It's always a single parent. It's always two parents, but one is like really terrible, so the other one has to pick up the slack. Like, it's always something like that. I mean, the vast majority of people just shouldn't be having kids at this point. Who knows, maybe they were just having a healthy couples argument. Arguing in general isn't really healthy. At least not in the way, well, to be fair, when people think argument, they usually mean that as like a screaming match, but the actual proper definition of argument is arguing your positions, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I guess if it is like an actual healthy argument, then yeah, I suppose. And that's definitely true. You do a vacuum save video? I actually will do one not too soon from now, but I feel like I could have literally just uploaded one 2 hours ago, and people be like, "Oh, can you do a vacuum save?" I'm like, I did one like 3 days ago. I don't know if you saw it. It's the birthday edition, but there will be another one soon. Like reasonably soon, in July, I'll say. I think I can confidently say there will be one in July, because I've got this shark, I've got that Eureka, there's a Bissell in that box I still haven't even opened yet. But yeah. Either way. So that's that. I'll probably play July 1st. Not July 1st. I said sometime in July. July 1st is that tomorrow or something like that? Or 2 days from now? No, not that soon. Priceless gift, one not so, one not on the list. Send away for a perfect world, one not simply so absurd. In these times of doing what you're told, keep these feelings no one knows. Whatever happened to the young man's heart? Swallowed by pain as he slowly fell apart. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45, swimming through the ashes of another life. To accept the way things have changed, staring down the barrel, send a message to the unborn child. Keep your actually know how to play that song on guitar. I wasn't even close. I can sing it pretty okay, but I can't play guitar, and if I'm trying to do both, it makes both suck. Swinging my head through a swarm of bees, 'cause I want honey on the table. Keep swinging my head through a swarm of bees, 'cause I want honey on the table. Get it right. Keep swinging my head through a swarm of bees. Can't understand why it's stinging me, but I'll do it a what, do it a please, do it again till I've got what I need. Nope, fuck that. That was terrible. I keep swinging my hand through a swarm of bees. Can't understand. I keep swinging my hand through a swarm of bees. Can't understand why they're stinging me, but I'll do it a what, I'll do it a please, do it again till I've got what I need. Rip and smash through the hornet's nest till they understand I deserve the best. I'll do it a what, do it a please, do it again till I've got what I need. I like how last family event my dad goes, "What are you doing wearing these gay pants?" Meanwhile, I am gay. Yeah. How are pants gay? What fuck? Like what do you mean gay pants? That's so dumb. He does. My brother is gay and supports him. I haven't come out yet. He's very sarcastic. Oh, okay. Let's say that's the thing is if you don't hear the context or the tone of it, it can sound very mean when it doesn't intend to be. You haven't come out yet, even though your brother's already gay. But hey, take your time. I'm saying it's like, do you not want him to like realize that both of y'all are gay? But hey, take your time. Pride Month is still for you, even if you're not out yet. I hate the idea of coming out. It's so fucking stupid. Not saying for you. I'm just saying like the concept of it is just so dumb. I never wanted to come out. It was stupid. I just wanted to be like, oh yeah, here's my boyfriend. Who cares? Because it shouldn't matter. Like, who gives a shit? You don't like me because my fiance has the wrong set of genitals? What are you, a fucking creep? Why do you give a shit? I swear to God, some of these people are just ridiculous. It's like my dad still struggles to say the word boyfriend, and it's like, why are you even trying to say the word boyfriend anyway? Fiance is a gender-neutral term. I don't understand it. It's one thing that breaks my heart about my dad is he always would tell me, oh, I support you if you're gay and all that. You know, I was like, okay, thanks, Dad, I'm not, but I appreciate it. And then when the time actually came and I realized I was, nope, doesn't like it. To this day, still doesn't like it. It's like, I've been with Riley for 4 years at this point. Like, why? Why is this still a problem? It's been 4 fucking years. Like, and I was gay like 2 years before that. 3 years before that. It's like, I don't know. It's just dumb. It's just fucking stupid. Crazy thing is my dad even telling me that he was like questioning his fate and all that, and it's like, okay, if you're questioning your fate, then how the fuck are you still homophobic? Because like, what other reason is there other than my religion told me? Because there's no objective reason for being homophobic. I just don't get it. Can we stop talking about gay stuff, please? No, I'm just kidding. We'll stop. Thank you, Rick Hoover, for deleting that message. That was really rude. Andrew, I know he's supported, but if I bring home a man, he might lose it. Yeah. I mean, how old are you anyways? Are you still living at home, or? I assume you're at least 21 because you mentioned you've been drinking. I mean, that's not like I'm gonna tell. Because if you're a grown man, then why does it matter who you bring home, right? I don't understand how, like how are people still homophobic? Like, we've moved on past that, like, as a society. Like, you gotta worry about trans people and polyamorous people now and all that. And it's like, you're still on gay stuff? Like, bro, like, that was so 1996. Like, who cares? I even see some good arguments from people about polyamory. It's like, being monogamous in this economy? It's like, you need fucking 4 incomes to survive. Right? Because, like, I have great respect for the people that are like, look, I don't get it, I don't understand it, it's not, I'm trying so hard not to do a southern accent there. Like, I 100% respect the people that are like, look, I don't get it, it doesn't appeal to me, I'm not gay, I'm not trans or whatever, but hey, live and let live, you know, you got one life, do what you want with it. You know, as long as you're adults and not hurting anybody, you know, have at it. I respect those type of people a lot. Like, the people that are very libertarian with it. Like, hey, you know, it's consent. If you're all adults, and I don't care, you know, not my problem. And it's like, that really should be the right mindset of it, because it's like, who gives a shit? Like, who really gives a shit? If you wanna, because people modify their body all the time. You know, I shouldn't say all the time, but some people do, and it's like with tattoos and stuff. And you know, hey, if you were born the wrong gender, then what? Who is anyone else to tell you that you can't fix that? Like, who gives a shit? I've came out to my lesbian aunt and her wife. They're helping me. You know, that's kind of one of those things that I've been debating, is that a lot of my family, I can tell, just doesn't like the idea of them having, you know, a gay sibling or a gay family member. But there's part of me that's like, what if there's someone else in my family that's not out and is hiding because they don't know anyone else in the family who is, you know, LGBT. And it's like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to have to be like that, the one to take all the brunt of it, you know. But at the same time, it's like, maybe that's an argument for not being so secretive about it, and just being like, yeah, I'm gay, who cares? And that's been kind of a convincing argument. Because, you know, now, a lot of my family members, they'll ask me Riley's never come to any family get-togethers because he's always had to work during it, but mostly aunts, mostly just the aunts. I always notice a pattern with that. It's always the aunts that are like, oh, how's Riley, and how's he doing? I'm like, oh, he's doing good, you know. And that's the uncles that'll be like, how's your friend? How's your roommate? And it's like, he's good. It's like, what? It just seems kind of disrespectful to me, but it's like, but I'm not going to correct them and start an argument, because it's not necessary. Because technically, it's not technically wrong. He's my fiance, but he's also my friend, and he's also my roommate. He's all those things at the same time. So it's not exactly wrong, you know? So I'm not going to bother correcting it, because it's not technically incorrect. So, hey, I don't bother correcting them. It is technically true. He is, I guess by definition, my roommate because I live with him. He is my friend because he's my best friend. And then he's also my fiance. The only one that doesn't sound right is boyfriend, because we're engaged. We're past that point, you know? Because boyfriend kind of implies that that's where it stops. At least to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but boyfriend to me implies that that's all you are. You know, and that it can't be beyond that, right? Maybe I'm just wrong about that. But it just doesn't make any sense to me, because, like, why would you... Because fiance is a gender-neutral term, you don't have to worry about... I don't know, I just don't get it. It's... Homophobic people just don't make sense to me. It's like, why do you give so much of a shit? Yeah. Yeah, it really sucks. It's always the dad's side of the family that doesn't support it. Which I just realized is the case with my family too, because... Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't know what my extended family on my mom's side thinks, because I've literally never talked to any of them in years. But I saw my mom for the first time in a number of years, a couple years ago. And probably about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years that I had seen her last before that. And she doesn't care. She's like, oh, how's Riley? Like, literally, like, she fell in love with Riley. And she's the biggest proponent of, you know, of Christianity that you could think of. Like, so and she's super religious. I don't know if I'd call her conservative in the traditional sense, but she's very religious. And she just doesn't care. She's just like, oh, yeah, you know, like she's just really happy that I'm with somebody. And I don't know if that's something where, because we don't spend a lot of time together, that maybe it's easier for her to, for lack of a better word, pretend, and maybe she doesn't actually approve it, and maybe she thinks in a similar way that my dad does, but just doesn't, but is better at hiding it because it was only for that 1 week. And then, you know, but at the same time, it didn't feel fake to me. It seemed like she genuinely felt that way, because like my whole family, both her and both my brothers, seemed to just absolutely fall in love with Riley. So, you know, we were talking about all sorts of things. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just, it's hard to say. But it's annoying that I even have to think about all this, and like with nobody else, nobody in an opposite sex relationship has to worry about that. They just don't even think. They just think, oh, do they like my partner, and that's it. It's not like, do they not like my partner because of something they can't control. It's, do they not like them because of their personality or something like that. But what is your favorite vacuum? Phantom Fury. Felt that, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew, I agree. My dad's had family with fireways. I only see them once a year. It sounds wrong, but if they're rude to me after I come out, I'll just say, fuck y'all, bye. Yeah, that's really how it should be, because it's like, I don't understand what the issue is. That's the thing, is at this point, I'm just at the point where I'm just like gonna play dumb, and it's like, if someone starts to be problematic, I'll just be like, what's the problem? Like, is there something wrong? Did I say something, or is everything okay? And, you know, make them have to explain it. Watch them fall apart. Because it doesn't fucking matter. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've had the most successful life out of anybody, but you know what? I've got 2 jobs that I absolutely love. My bills are paid. You know, I'm not in any sort of like credit card debt or anything like that. You know, my house is a little cluttered, yeah, but it's mine. And frankly, life is pretty good. Have I had some tragedy recently? Absolutely. But I'll get through it, just like I've gotten through everything else. Here's a piece of advice that I want to end on, because this is I tell myself this every day, and it's so true. You have survived 100% of your worst days. Every single one that you've ever had. Every single worst day that you've ever thought, this is the worst day of my life. You survived it, and you got through it, and you're still here today. And that's all that matters. You're here today, and I'm proud of you for staying here. That's all there is to it. Whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, you're right here. And it's where you deserve to be. It's where you should be. It's where home is. I see how it's hard for old straight men to understand, but they can at least treat us like real people. It is hard indeed. That is definitely a good way of thinking. It's good advice. I definitely think it's something that rings in my head every single day, because it's really true. It really is. I'm sending out free hugs to everybody, even though free digital hugs. I just realized I can actually type in here. How do I send? I can't send emojis on desktop, can I? What is this plus button? I can do Q&As and polls in the chat? Why did I never know this? Yo, that's sick. I never clicked that button before. I never realized what that did. So I can answer questions live, or I can start a poll? Oh, that's cool. Should I start a poll? No, it's too late. I'll do one later. That's cool. I never knew that. I never clicked on this plus button. What is this $sign? Show your support for Intellideck Studios. I can send myself a super chat? How the hell does that work? That can't be right. I'm signed into my own account. I need to add some stickers. I need to figure out how to add stickers for all this. How the hell do I add stickers? There's gotta be, because I know there's ways to add custom like vacuum stickers. I want to figure out how to do that. I never. Rick Hoover, you didn't know that? Oh, feel free to clown on me now for not knowing that. Also, sorry for clapping. I just realized that might have been loud. Andrew, I'm not going to live my life depressed just because I'm scared one person won't accept me. Don't be scared. That's on them. If you're living a good life and you're making responsible choices and you're being safe and you're being happy, then all else doesn't matter. There's so many things in this world that you could be upset about. And someone you know having a partner with the wrong set of plumbing is the least of your fucking problems, honestly. It really is. And I would say that to anybody who has a problem with it. I get it. People grew up in different times, and that's an excuse I hear a lot. Oh, it's a product of their time. I'm like, yeah, but if you were taught anything, then you should have been taught critical thinking and coming to your own conclusions. And if your whole thing is, well, I was told to accept this and I haven't questioned even 30 years later, then yeah, that's on you. That's not really a good reflection on how well your critical thinking skills are. What age were you when you first started liking vacuums? Any age, really. I mean, I pretty much when I was like a toddler, I remember just messing with vacuums and all that, just having an interest in them. You know, but easily when I was a young kid, you know, I first repaired my first ever vacuum when I was like 5 or 6. It was a first gen Bissell Cleanview, and I fixed it for a neighbor of mine and gave it back to him. It was either 05 or 06. I keep getting the dates mixed up. I say 2005 because that might be true, but it might have been 06. It was one of those 2 years that I first ever fixed a vacuum and started fixing vacuums from that point. And collecting them too. I didn't actually start collecting vacuums until much later, actually. It was just a cycle of machines. I didn't really keep any. Vancouver was 7 in 2006. I would have been either 5 or 6, depending on what time of the year it was. I was 7 the next year. First ever vacuum was when I was 4 or 5, as the original was the Power Brush Compact. Would it have been the Easy Vac back then, or was this more recently? I've been debating on if I should start putting LED bulbs in my machines, because there's no real reason to, because they're way more expensive, but I don't know, they just seem interesting, but I feel like they'd be too bright, you know? I don't know. I hope it goes well, yeah. I think, guys, go ahead and ask your final questions and talk about the last little things you want to, because I'm gonna stop this very soon, because I should go to bed. I don't work tomorrow, obviously, but still, gotta get some sleep. I'm gonna try to do some house cleaning tomorrow. I've already got a video, although I put a video out today, didn't I? I think I did. So I'm not. Should I put out a video 2 days in a row? That seems like a lot. But I also missed a bunch of days throughout this week, so maybe I should. I don't know. Would that be too soon? Vancouver says yes, of course. Probably because he knows it's about the runabout. So. My dad doesn't understand that we truly find men attractive. He thinks we just decided to be gay. He thinks I woke up and said, well, I'm gay. Even if you did, like, who cares? Even if you decided, you know, I'm going to be gay just to mix it up a bit. Even if you decided that. Even if it really was a choice. Like, even if, like, one of the cruxes of their argument about it being a choice was a thing. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You know what that's a much better choice than? Heroin. Men, heroin. And your dad's mad you chose that one? Come on. Thank you guys, I really needed this. Hey, anytime. We are a loving, supportive chat. I'm gonna try to find another vacuum, maybe a fluorescent light fixture. My fiance at one point was very obsessed with chandeliers, and I was like, babe, we don't have a dining room. Our house doesn't have a dining room. We don't need a chandelier. Plus, I don't like chandeliers. I don't like the idea of just like eating, eating some chicken parm or something, and then a giant ball of glass just falls on me. Like, I don't like that. Thank you, Chance, for everything, and thank you for always being an upbeat person. I don't think always is accurate, but I try to maintain a positive attitude when I'm on the stream, and I think I'm doing okay. Yeah. I know there have been a couple streams in the past where I've been a little stressy, depressy, mind a little bit messy, but hey, it happens. Runabout, yes. What time is it for you? It is 12:38 my time. Keep being yourselves, everyone. Live your lives proudly. That's the truth. I'm gonna choose men over that any days. Hey, that's good. Yeah. Everyone's being all nice and sweet. It's nice. But yeah. I am going to go ahead and upload that runabout video tonight for channel members. So if you're a channel member, which I don't think anyone in here is, you'll see that video tonight. If not, it'll go live tomorrow. I'll just go ahead and upload it tomorrow, because why not? I don't know what video to do after that. I want to do a video on the Dirt Devil Eye, but I've got to dig out so many machines to get to that. And if I'm going to dig out machines that are in front of it anyways, I'm tempted to do videos on those machines. Like, I want to do a video on this shark. I want to do a video on that Eureka. I want to do another video on the Sanitaire. I want to do a review on the DC-4. There's so many videos I want to do. I've kind of got a little bit of motivation back, so maybe I should just, like, plow through a bunch of videos. Just make July just fucking insane for videos. Just put out a damn video, like, every day. Okay, I'd get sick of that pretty quick, but at least every couple days. That's the goal. I try to put a video out every couple days, but in reality, you guys know me. Most of the time, it's every 3 or 4 or 5 days. But, it is what it is. But yeah, if you want to see the videos as I upload them and before I post them, then consider becoming a channel member. $1 a month, you get the occasional extra video and early access to every video that I upload. So if you want to support the channel, and if you want to do that, then $1 a month, not even $1, 99 cents. I only make like 13 cents off it, but that's okay. You get early access to videos. Channel memberships, it's on the actual channel page. There's also super chats here, although that doesn't gain you much of anything other than just making me smile. You could always buy me another Mountain Dew. Woohoo! Lord, my grammar is fried, yeah. There was an original Shark Navigator with 24 cycles by Gobo. I wish I had gotten it. Hey, you could buy this one. You buy this one if you want. Recouver, I still need to unlist some of my VAC videos to public. Yeah. Recouver, you should do more videos. I always love it when you do videos. Shark has no bite, yeah. Alrighty. I probably should stop streaming, but I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to not stream. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go. It's 12:43. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Yeah. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. Hope you have a great Sunday tomorrow. And I'll see you again soon. Anyways, Intelitech Studios signing out. Have a good one. Peace.